at the desk, and I mentioned in the last renovation episode, or restoration episode, for the house that we do not, I ran out of stripper, so I have to wait until I believe the 12th until that comes in. So next week I'll have more stripping and stuff. You can see this is all good. But under here, if you look, that leg is a lot darker color than this leg, and that's simply because the back of that still has the old varnish on it, along with that leg, and the entire back side of this actually still has some on there. So we're not going to worry about that today. I did get in the mail, however, some oxalic acid. So we're going to use this stuff to try to get out this nasty watermark here, and then a few of these other guys, these stains. You can see there's a big circle there. So there's a lot of little stuff all over the surface, and we're going to try to work it out. I also did figure out what kind of wood this is. It is quarter sawn sycamore, so that's pretty cool. If you look up quarter sawn sycamore, you can see these patterns all over it. It's really pretty stuff. And because it's quarter sawn, it shouldn't ever warp or anything, and it really hasn't. So pretty exciting stuff. I'm going to get started with doing a little bit of taping, and then I'm going to do a little bit of sanding, just lightly with a block and 100 grit sandpaper, just to kind of get a little bit of the last remaining bits of finish and stuff out. And then we're going to go in with the acid and see what we can achieve. So join me as I try to figure all this out. So I'm back from that little time lapse, guys. Got the whole top just sanded very lightly. You can see I was using a sanding block. If you do it with your hand's in a regular shape. You might put pressure points in it. So sand with a block so you can stay perfectly flat. You can see also that I've got a few supplies set up here and this trash can lid. I don't really have too much working tabletop space in here right now, so I'm going to be using the desk itself with this trash can lid to not spill any of the acid on it prematurely. I guess if there's a little on there, it won't hurt it because acid's already going on it, but that's the setup I got. When you're mixing this stuff, guys, make sure you wear a respirator. When it's in its powdered form, it can be, well, you don't want to breathe this stuff. When it's in its liquid form, not such a big deal, but I got gloves. You don't really want it on your hands either. Just a little cup, old Powerade guy that I've washed out, and that should be perfect to mix it up in. And a little brush, a little chip brush, a little cheap guy that you get at the hardware store, which I'll mix it with. Now, I know you're supposed to use hot water for this. I'm going to see if I can get away with not using hot water, because simply put, I don't have access to it here. So let me see what I can do, and I'll check back in with you guys as soon as I have something to show for it. Back, everybody. So let me show you what's going on. As you can see, I've got the table all soaked up in the acid. I did have to have my father bring me a little tea kettle that he had, one of the self-heating types, and so I've plugged that in. You do need to use hot water with this stuff. It will not dissolve in regular water, as I found out. Would it have worked? I don't know, but this is definitely a way better way to go about it. So if you do this, make sure you do use hot water. So lesson learned there. And as you can see, a lot of the marks this way down here are pretty much gone. It's done a great job right there. Now, of course, it's a little bit lighter here, and I don't know if I'll be able to actually get that out. But the fact is, it is helping in a lot of places. But one thing about it is it's also taking a while to dry. I'm going to leave this overnight, come back in the morning and have a look at it, you know, clean it off with some water, neutralize the whole thing, and then sand it down, get it back to 110, 220, or start at 100, 150, 220, and then probably end at I think I have 320. And that should be ultra super smooth. Should be great for my shellac to sit on top of. So that's the current state of things, and I'll see you guys in the morning. And we're back. So let me show you what the oxalic acid did. So as you guys can see, it is all dry. It seems to have taken out a lot of the smaller little imperfections or stains of the wood, but this big guy here, you can obviously see that very obvious line there. I don't know if I'll ever get that one out, and that's okay. It can have some little imperfections. It is old. So let me go ahead and clean this off with some water. We're going to neutralize this. I am done with fixing the table. Of course, there were a lot of dark marks through here, and this is essentially what it's going to look like. And nobody be worried, I did not put water on this. This is actually my flusher for my stripper that I still have some hanging out of, so it won't raise the grain like water will. So no worries there. This will dry. This is just kind of giving you the look of what it's going to look like when it's finished. I have to say, this wood is really pretty. So it's going to be awesome once I get it all done. Of course, my big stain over here is still here, but it's definitely been minimized. It's not nearly as glaring, even though it is rather glaring. But like I said, I'm not so concerned about that. I think at the end of the day, this will still be a pretty nice piece. I didn't pay a lot of money for it, and I think I'm getting something really rather beautiful here, regardless of if it's perfect or not. I mean, when you buy antiques, there's no such thing as perfect anyways. They've been through life. And so, you're always going to have you're always going to have a few scratches and scars when you survive to be 100 years old, And I think this one's a little over 100, so that means it gets a few more passes on that sort of stuff. So yeah, guys, that's pretty exciting. So that's going to do it for me this week on my little desk restoration project. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. I mean, for what I gave for it, which wasn't much, it was 200 bucks. It's really a nice piece. It's all solid wood. It's turning out really beautifully. I mean, everything's in really good shape. There's that one little watermark on the top, and that's it. And it's a wonderful little fun project, and I've been very excited about it. And I'm excited to see it here in the library along with the other things I have planned in here. I think it's going to be a wonderful addition to the house, and I hope you guys are as excited about it as I am, because I think it's cool. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you again for coming along on this journey with me. So I've been Caleb, and thank you so much. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.